Hey everyone, Sean here. I just want to share this really quick. I picked up The Adventures of Superman. This is issue number 444. You can see this is part 2 of the Supergirl saga. That's actually why I got it. John Byrne had like a Supergirl arc in the regular Superman books that he was writing and illustrating at the time. And I figured since it's part 2 and I have that other issue from the regular Superman series, I'd check it out for the 50 cents or whatever it cost me. But I want to show you what Supergirl looks like on here. It's really kind of odd, and I'm going to cover up her face because, like, from here, she looks kind of normal. It's weird that she's not wearing a skirt. She's kind of wearing more like the classic Superman outfit. And then all of a sudden, look at her face. Oh wait, it's actually just Superman with boobs on the middle of his chest. Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. Just want to share that. So the question is, are you ready for some Batman trivia challenge? It's been actually, I think, a little over a week since I've done one of these. I did actually finish part 1, which is all based around, I think the chapter is called The Dark Knight himself. And I gotta say, I haven't tallied my answers yet, but I'm pretty worried. This next section, questions 101 through 125, I did not do well on. So right now I'm sitting at 79 out of 100. In order to be considered a detective in the making, I have to get between 74 and 114. So I'm already a detective in the making, which that's good. In order to be able to know the Batman almost as well as he knows himself, I have to score a 115 minimum. So I've somehow got to scrounge up, geez, almost all of these. All these remaining questions in order to get them right. I don't think I'm going to make it, but I am excited to be a detective in the making if that's what God intends me to be. So here we go. We'll kick things off with question 101. And this is actually continue a series of ACE questions that I wrapped up with question 100. Ace appeared in post-crisis continuity as a dog belonging to a Native American. What was this man's name? I reviewed this Ace story when I was doing the modern age history of Batman. That was Black Wolf. And didn't love that story arc, but I do remember the guy's name was Black Wolf. So let's see if we got it right. 101, Black Wolf, you know it. Ace later appeared again in like his pre-crisis counterpart, the version of Ace from question 101 had a distinguishing mark. What was it? The pre-crisis Ace had a star. The post-crisis Ace had a bat on his forehead, kind of like the Bat Cow. Didn't Bat Cow have a bat on his forehead? And we'll make sure of that. Bat-shaped dark patch. All right, here we go. We're rolling. Question 103. For a while, when Bruce Wayne was physically unable to act as Batman, he turned the mantle over to a warrior named Azrael, the latest in a long line of people who had used his name. What was Azrael's true name? Jean-Paul Valley. That's an easy one. Yep. When Azrael has served as Batman, by what nickname did readers call him? Azbat, which is dumb, but whatever. Yes. Okay. So, first 4 right. Let's go for 5. Dick Grayson was Bruce Wayne's ward, meaning that Bruce Wayne was his legal guardian. Bruce never officially adopted Dick Grayson as his son. It didn't happen until recently. Is this something that happened like post-identity crisis? I'm not sure. I feel like it did. It was definitely a later thing. So he did actually do that. The question is true or false. Did he not adopt him? And the answer is false. He did adopt him. So false. False. Sometime after Dick Grayson had become Nightwing, Bruce offered to officially adopt him and name the young hero as his heir. Dick accepted. Someone tell me when that happened. I could have sworn that happened like in comic book history relatively recently, like early 2000s, something like that. Anyway, question 106. In addition to programming himself with an alternate personality to take over if he suffers a mental breakdown, Bruce Wayne has also hypnotized himself into forgetting he's Batman if he needs to convince people who have deduced his secret identity and intend to force him into exposing it. True or false? That's true. Again, like with these types of questions, I almost always answer true. It's like, I'm sure Batman's done something like that. But I remember this story. This was in Gotham Knights, if I remember correctly, when Hugo Strange, like it was like the second arc, I think, where it was all about Hugo Strange, and that was revealed. So 106. True. Awesome. Question 107. In a 1999 graphic novel written by Chuck Dixon, Batman was entrusted with what religious artifact? I don't know. I'm going to say the Ark of the Covenant. I have no clue. 107. Oh, the Holy Grail. Oh, Batman the Chalice. I've heard of that. I've never read it. But there you go. So first one wrong on question 107. 108. Referring to the object from question 107, to whom did Batman give the object after realizing that some of his enemies knew he had it? I couldn't answer this because I did not know that it was the Holy Grail. Now that I do know it's the Holy Grail, I'll take a stab at it. Let's see. Who did he give it to? Gosh, I guess maybe let's say the Oracle. I don't know. I thought I'd be able to. Oh, Superman. Duh. That was on the tip of my brain. I should have thought about it for another second. I was trying to think of something like obvious. Of course, it would be Superman. So I got that wrong. Question 109. The terrorist cult leader Ra's al Ghul wanted the object from question 107. Another question that I couldn't answer. What did he intend to do with it? He wanted to be immortal and create immortal legions, I'm assuming. Oh, he wanted to make his daughter Talia immortal. Jeez, that's 3. 3 wrong in a row. That's nasty. All right. And this is why this section was so hard for me, because I hadn't read Batman the Chalice, so I have no idea. According to Batman Volume 1, number 673, Batman stalked Joe Chill during the early days of his career. What was the result of this psychological torture? So it's A, B, C, or D, multiple choice. Joe Chill told the Joker his realization that he had created Batman by murdering the hero's parents, and Joker responded by killing him. Joe Chill was so terrified that he got drunk and deliberately walked into traffic rather than face Batman again. C, Joe Chill committed suicide using the same gun that he'd used to kill Thomas and Martha Wayne. And D, Joe Chill turned himself into the police, preferring to serve time in prison rather than fear the Batman lurking in every shadow. I think he killed himself. So C. And C is correct. Number 111, according to some accounts, an ancestor of Batman's had been a knight during the Crusades who wore a bat on his chest. That is, bat on his crest. That's true. Yes, true. In a pre-crisis story, Batman was asked to become Earth's official Green Lantern, but he refused as he did not want to divide his time between defending Gotham and his obligations he would have to the Green Lantern Corps. I don't think that's actually true, but I don't know for sure. It's one of those, like, it easily could have happened, but I mean, I feel like that would take away from Hal Jordan's sort of mystique. Like, if Guy Gardner had been the first Green Lantern, I could see that being true. But I don't think that that's the case. I feel like Hal Jordan has always been the initial Lantern. So we'll go with that. False. False. There we go. Good. Question 113. This is another one I did not know. In a 1950s story, Batman volunteered to be in a military sensory deprivation and isolation experiment for several days. What did the military hope would be the benefit of this experiment? I don't know. They're going to use it as a weapon? No idea. 13. Oh, learn about the kind of stress space travel can inflict on a person. So there you go. No idea. I wonder how many of these questions are from, like, Grant Morrison. Like, not personally from Grant Morrison's stories, but, like, stories that inspired Grant Morrison. As revealed in Batman Volume 1, 673, what was Batman's true reason for volunteering for the isolation experiment from question 113? So there you go. I mean, that's clearly the only reason that first question is in there is because Morrison references it. So he wants to find out what it means to be insane or something. I can't even remember. This is like totally... I'm embarrassed because I'm not even trying, but... He wanted to gain further insight into the Joker's mind. And I said what it would be like to be totally insane. Do I give myself credit for that? Because that's my implication. I'm going to give myself credit for that one. I know that's like super. I shouldn't. I'm going to, because I feel like that's a fair answer. I mean, I didn't specify the Joker, but yeah, screw it. I'm giving myself credit. Comment below about how much of a cheater I am. All right, question 115. Before becoming Batman, Jean-Paul Valley was chosen to be a warrior for what secret organization? The Order of Saint Dumas. Number 116. Talia al Ghul gave Batman a mystical suit of armor that enhances abilities. What's the name of this suit of armor? I don't know. I don't even remember what that's from. Is it from the Breaking of the Bats kind of time frame, or what? 116, the Suit of Sorrows. Sorry, don't know it. What is the curse of the armor mentioned in 116? Don't know. Not even going to try. It destroys anyone who wears it who's not pure of heart, of course. So, okay, as you can tell, like, I mean, and I knew this coming in because there's a lot of these I have left blank. So right now I've literally got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wrong. And I still have another like 8 questions to go. This was a brutal round for me. Like the last round, if I remember correctly, it will be better, or at least feels, you know, better right now. But man, this section is just killing me. Number 118. Batman decided not to continue wearing the armor from question 116. Who currently has it? Dick Grayson, Michael Washington Lane, the current Azrael, Clark Kent, who keeps it in the Fortress of Solitude, or Diana, Wonder Woman, who buried it in a cave. I am pretty sure that... I guess I feel like it would be Azrael. So we'll go with that, Michael Washington Lane. And looking at that, like, I wonder, is that from, like... Because they had that detective annual where they introduced him, didn't they? It was like Batman and Detective. It was like a double-page spread where it was like Azrael across both books, and it was just one big story between the 2 annuals. I wonder if that's where that's coming from. I'm not sure, but it would explain why I feel like that Suit of Sorrows is somehow tied into Azrael. So let's go with it. Number B. Michael Washington Lane, the current Azrael. 118. B. So I might be right about that. We'll see. I'll have to see. I don't even know if I have those annuals or not. Question number 119. The Azrael who temporarily stood in as Batman was given hypnotic programming to make him a formidable warrior. What was the name of his programming? It had a name. I don't know. Saint Dumas something. The Quickening. I don't know. The System. That is so crappy. What a crappy question, 119. What is the name of the programming? It's the System. That's like the most generic thing. Number 120. When the old Azrael was acting as Batman, a few folks, such as Catwoman, Bane, and Commissioner Gordon, realized there was a new person behind the mask. What famous villain also realized this was the new Dark Knight based on his fighting style? Obviously, it is the Joker. Number 120, the Joker. Yep. Question 121. Bane broke Bruce Wayne's back, leaving him nearly dead and forcing the mantle of the Bat to pass to another. Months later, Bruce was able to walk without assistance again and retrained to return to his crusade. How did he overcome his injury? This is a multiple choice question. I'm not even going to read the other questions because I remember this very specifically. It's the dumbest thing. Basically, it's like X-Men style. He's helping this one lady out in England, and it turns out she's literally a mutant with like mutant powers, and she cures him, which is ridiculous. In the multiple choice answer, it's B, by the way. They say his spine was broken, but the nerves were intact. A mutant with healing abilities later restored his body. Like, okay, but seriously, like, he was a complete cripple, and then she just basically Deus Ex Machina his back to normal. It sucked. It was so bad. Anyway, so 121 is B. B, yep. And, you know, that's one of those, I remember that so distinctly because it's one of the worst moments in Batman history, in my opinion. Like, what a weak solution. Like, I know, like, you know, the pit in The Dark Knight Rises and, you know, the silly training and, you know, it's like, oh, he just kind of cures himself. Like, that's kind of stupid too, but it, like, makes sense from, like, from the perspective of this character has a strong sense of willpower and can overcome anything. Like, at least that's, like, somehow fits into the theme, but just like, well, mutant powers, like, bad. Really bad. Okay, only a couple questions left. I'll stop ranting. When Batman was defeated by Bane, he asked Azrael to take up the mask rather than Dick Grayson. What reason for this did he initially give Tim Drake, the third Robin? Basically, he just wanted to respect Nightwing's wishes. Like, you know, he's not Robin anymore. He's Nightwing. He's his own person, and that's, I would assume, what he tells Drake. I don't remember that scene, but I mean, that's the reason why he did it. But yeah, so he's respecting his independence. Let's see. 122. As Nightwing, Dick Grayson wanted to be his own man outside of Bruce's shadow. So there you go. Question 123. In Detective Comics 275, a strange accident left Batman's costume with zebra stripes, turning into the Zebra Batman, because being named after one animal sometimes isn't enough. That's awesome. What superpower did he have during his temporary transformation? You know, I feel like I've read this. It might have been in like a Silver Age collection of some kind. But I just don't know. I mean, you'd think he'd have like running powers or something, but I feel like I'd remember. It must be something just random. So anyway, he had power over magnetic forces, but he can't control his ability. That's dumb. I look like a zebra and I have magnetism powers. I'm like Magneto, only I look like a zebra. Lame. Yeah, some of those Silver Age Batman books kind of sucked, let's face it. Number 124. Though he did not believe in killing, Bruce Wayne willingly trained under killers and assassins, some of whom worked for Ra's al Ghul. That's true. 124 is true. Yep. Number 125. In the story arc War Games, readers discovered that Batman had planned a scenario that would create a power vacuum in Gotham's criminal underworld. Whom did Batman intend to step in, uniting all the crime families under his leadership? I actually really liked War Games. I think War Games gets a bad rap because, first of all, it's too long. It's like 24 books. It didn't need to be that long. Like, they could have done a really strong Batman story with fewer issues. But also, this is when Stephanie Brown became Robin and then died. So, like, there's the infamy of that I think that gives War Games kind of a bad taste in your mouth. But actually, overall, that story arc I thought was really interesting, and I can tell you exactly who he was basically going to have unite all the crime families. It was going to be Matches Malone, aka, of course, Batman. So what's it saying here? 125. Matches Malone. Okay, so this was the most brutal, and I remember going through this and just thinking this is going to hurt. So we've got questions, so 79, I'm at 79 correct so far, 80, 81, 82, 80, nope, sorry, let me start that over. 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85... 86, 87, 88, 89, and I'm 90 because I'm giving myself credit for the whole reason he's in the isolation experience. We're at 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. Okay, guys, think about this for a second. 96. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, 96 out of 125. We have exactly 20 questions left before the end of this chapter. Now, as brutal as that chapter was, if I can get all of the last ones right except for 2, or all of them right, but I have to get all of them but 2, I will be able to score, oh no, but 1, all but 1. If I get all of them right except for 1, then I will get top billing on this Bat Knowledge rules, where basically that bottom one there, 115 to 145 means I'm awesome and I'm basically Batman incarnate. Can I do it? Tune in again soon and I will look at the rest of the answers. Like I said, I actually have already filled them out, but I actually did a little while ago, so I'm not 100% sure how confident I was. I remember being confident, but I don't know if I was that confident. So close. Please let it be possible. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you guys again soon. Thanks.